to take it away right away with our very first cooking demonstration with a phenomenal director. Her name is Jenny. And Jenny Cheatham has been in Tupperware for, I believe, about 8 years and 9 years. And she does an amazing job. And she's very simple and fun. So let's welcome to our kitchen stage tonight, Jenny Cheatham. Thank you, Jenny. What are you making for us tonight?
Yay, I am making chicken fajitas in the pressure cooker tonight.
I love the pressure cooker.
I do too.
Yes.
And one of the things I found out about a pressure cooker today is that it says it has 0 cooking skills to use the pressure cooker, which is right up my alley.
All right. Take it away, Jenny.
All right, so this recipe, when I looked it up, it was actually for a slow cooker. And it said it was prep time 15 minutes and cooking time 6 hours to feed 6 people. So we're going to change that up a little bit. It is now approximately 15 minutes to get it all ready, but it is 15 to 20 minutes to cook it and get it on the table, which, guys, that's almost enough time to get home, throw it in the microwave, and change your clothes by the time it's done. I am really excited to show you one of my favorite products, and that is the mandolin. And I'm going to just show you how this works. First off, it folds flat like that. And it does come with 2 blades that stores up underneath it, which means that this is all the space you need to store the mandolin in your cabinet, okay? And I'm going to take one of these blades out, put the other one over here. This is the one that does like crinkle cut fries or chips, that kind of thing. We're going to use the flat one because I'm going to make an onion, a slice of onion up for the fajitas, and this just snaps right in to the mandolin. That's all that takes. And then you pull the feet up. Now it does have 2 guides on the side. So all we're going to do is unlock it. And when you store it, you always want to lock the mandolin so that no little fingers get in there and get hurt. And then it has 9 settings over here for the thickness of what you're doing. So that is what I'm going to do. We're going to do the onion. We're not going to do it real thick because we don't need it real thick for the fajitas, because for fajitas, you just want to do slices, right? Now, our pressure cooker, this was the other thing I learned today, okay? To store the pressure cooker with the minimum amount of space needed, you store it upside down with the lid on the top like that. All we have to do for these fajitas, this is amazing. All right, I have some chicken breasts, and this is in our freezer mate. We're just going to take some of the chicken and put it down inside here. You do it raw, and this cooks so fast in here. It's amazing. The thing I love about the freezer mates is, like, I have these chicken breasts rolled up in here. If you have these frozen and you find out that you only need like maybe 2 or 3 of them and you have 6, all you have to do is grab the freezer mate out of the freezer and kind of twist it, and you can just pull out the number of chicken breasts that you want in there. That's why they're rolled, so that they can just come out real quick. I'm going to do that, and I did a lot of the pepper work first because you only need to see me cut up so many peppers with a knife, right? But I do want to show you the onion, okay? So what we're going to do with this is the food guide for the mandolin. And this is very important because you absolutely do not want to use this mandolin without using the guide. It's just a safety issue. This is really not a thing that you want small children to use. I have 5 grown daughters. They love it. But I really don't encourage them to let my grandkids use it. So all we're going to do is just go back and forth on this with the onion. So fast, so simple, so easy. I'm going to do both sides. And, you know, sometimes when you get down to the bottom, you'll find, okay, so it has these things. You just push this down on the top. You'll find that you get a piece like this. Please resist the urge to try and make it go down in there because you think it'll be okay. Don't do it. Just pick it up and go the other way with it. Okay, so that whole onion, we're done with that whole onion now, okay? All we're going to do with that is we're going to move the mandolin, put it back here. We're going to take these onion slices and put them in on top of the chicken because I love fajitas. I found some really interesting tortillas today at the store. They had different, I didn't know they had different kinds of tortillas. So there were flour tortillas and there were whole wheat tortillas, and they had some everything but the bagel tortillas. So bought some of those just because it sounded delicious. Now, the other thing Tupperware has, and you might not know this, we were talking about this the other day on a call I was on, and I was like, when people think Tupperware, you know, if you say, so when you think Tupperware, what do you think? And they're like, you know, oh, bowls and, you know, maybe Power Chef, something like that. But did you know that Tupperware has a set of knives that is incredible? Okay, this is one of our paring knives. We also have a serrated knife that comes with a set of 2, and our chef knives. So these are our chef knife series. They're color coded so that you don't have to dig through the drawer to figure out which one you want. If you know you want a paring knife, you look for the bright orange one. And they come with these little covers. So I don't know, I know when my kids were little and we'd go on picnics, there were a lot of times when I would have to take a knife with me. And I was always really careful about maybe wrapping it in foil or something like that because I didn't want one of the kids reaching down the picnic basket and grabbing that knife out. But with these are so easy to take with you, and they're safe because when your kid reaches down in there to grab the knife, it's covered up with the little sheets, so you don't have to worry about that. So we're just going to take these peppers, okay, and there's a bunch of them. I kept them in the Fridge Smart because our Fridge Smart just keeps everything fresh. And I could put the onions and the peppers in the same Fridge Smart because they are on the same setting. This is probably one of the products that we have that would save you the most money as far as your preparation is concerned and saving on food because it will keep your fruits and vegetables, onions and peppers fresh and ready to use literally 4 times longer than what else you're going to, than any other way you're going to keep them. Now, there's just a couple other things that go in this recipe. There's a couple of spices, some cumin, and I'm going to use some adobo seasoning. You just put that all in there. And then the only other thing that goes in here is a can of stewed tomatoes. Diced tomatoes, not stewed tomatoes, diced tomatoes, okay? Now, this has a pull tab. I don't like to use those because this can has been in a warehouse, it's been in a box, it's been on a shelf, and if you just pull this open, there are things on the top of that can that are going to go down inside the can. The same thing happens if you use a regular can opener, okay? If you use a regular can opener that goes like this, it's going to cut out the middle, and you know how that will fall down inside there, and then you have to dig it out. That's not fun either. But with our can opener, you just snap it on the top, and look at that. I can pick up the can like this. This was always a fun demo at home parties, especially if people had like a white carpet, because we would make salsa and you'd pick up the can and do it like this and you'd be standing over their carpet and they would be like, but it's okay, right? Because it's not going to go apart. Then you just take this little end part, snap it on the top, and it picks it right up, but it picks up the whole top of the can. So none of that glue is down in there. There isn't anything else that you don't want down in there. We're just going to take this, pour it on the top here, and then I am going to grab a spoon from back here. There it is. Love these. I love our utensils. Going to mix this up just a little bit so that some of those tomatoes get down in there on that chicken. And there's a fill line on here. This is one of the safest products you will use. So when I think pressure cooker, I'm older. We had a pressure cooker for the kitchen. It was one of those big silver things with a little button that spun on the top. And it was like a danger zone when it was in the kitchen because you never knew, honestly, if it was going to blow up or not. And I had younger sisters that weren't allowed in the kitchen whenever we were using the pressure cooker because just in case it blew up. This has none of that. It does have 3 safety things. It's got a silicone gasket that will not let it have any problems in your microwave. It's got a pressure valve that keeps it from getting too hot or the steam from getting too much. And it's got this little pressure, it's another valve actually, and it pops up and down. It's kind of like the Butterball turkey baster. So when you put it in there, it's down, and when you take it out of the microwave, it will be up in the air. When the pressure is released, it goes back down, and that's how you know when to open your pressure cooker. So there's two little arrows on here that show you how to fasten this. There's another safety lock on the top, and I should have opened that up first. I didn't, so now I'm gonna open that up. We're going to shut it, okay? We're gonna put that down, and then I'm gonna put this in the microwave for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. We're gonna wait for the pressure to go down, and we are going to have great fajitas. I'll show you how good the chicken is cooked, because we're just gonna take a couple of forks and shred it apart for those fajitas. And this is the fastest, simplest way with literally, you just saw that, no cooking skills, to grab a great dinner, and these would reheat fantastically. So we're gonna put this in there and be able to either show you live, or we will put pictures on Facebook, depending on our time frame.